Hang on to your hats, folks. This episode ends with a bang. Join us as we head into the Marlborough Sounds, hoping to catch a glimpse of the Aurora. But first, we have to get ready to leave with engine room checks. We stop at everyone's favourite place, the fuel dock, for a casual 600 litre top-up. And then we cruise to Ferry Bay, where we settle in for hopefully a night watching the Southern Lights. But the trip has a surprise twist with a different kind of fireworks. Enjoy the show.
Okay, what's happening, Dad?
We've got a fire. Here.
Look at the smoke coming out.
I need
That's all smoke.
torch.
Welcome to another episode of the life and times of the crew at Not Nauti, and today we're going to go and chase the Aurora. Now this is something that I personally have been looking forward to for a very long time, my whole lifetime actually, and with all of the Aurora that's been happening over the last couple of years, we've never managed to be in the right spot at the right time with the right weather window to see it. Last night there was a pretty significant solar flare that happened just perfectly located in the center of the sun, directed directly at Earth, so we have a high chance of seeing the auroras. So let's go, let's get ourselves sorted, get the boat ready to go. We've got to fill water and we've got to go through the engine maintenance checks before we get underway. Haley's just ducked to the supermarket again, and we've got to make sure the dog's all sorted and get some fuel. First things first, we need to get the tender sorted, get this rope down, sorry I keep saying rope, get this line down and get the water filtration out and set up so that we can start filling our water tanks. Now, I was using this line to tie the tender up so high because yesterday there was 50 knot winds. We really didn't want to have to deal with that and have the tender flying around all over the place. So in here, this is a wonderful little addition. We have got a lot of our storage of outsidey stuff. And our water filter. Right, let's go.
You need a hand?
That's quite a step, isn't it? So when we're facing big winds in the marina, I loosen off the lines so that the boat has got a lot more room to move. It's noisier, but it's much more comfortable than smashing into the dock all the time. This is a water filter because the water here in Havelock is quite hard, and the last thing we need is all of our lines on the boat to start gumming up with extra calcium. Right, Maya, can you just stand on the back of the... Right, this tool is an essential part of the whole thing. Here is one of our water tank inlets. So we've got two sort of separate water tanks. They're all about the same size. And we've got 3 in total. 2 of them are under the bed, and the other one is in the engine room. And the engine room one is kind of an emergency backup tank. This, what a great tool. Let's go. And water in. Ah! Now, I thought that would happen, and that's why I wanted to film it. So this is a rubbishy plastic fitting it's only a couple of years old, but man.
Let me step back now.
Let's go and catch up with Alex and see what his job in all of this is. It's quite an important job. Alex,
Yes.
hard at work as you can see. His job is to monitor where, if you just look down here, Maya, you can see where our water level is. It's just down there. It's quickly rising. And we have this vent here open so that the pressure of the water going in, the air has got somewhere to go. But when the tank is full and this valve is open, obviously the water pours out. So hence the ice cream container there is the overflow backup system in case someone is not paying quite enough attention. Knee pads. They're an essential piece of kit and you'll see why in a second. I did have some real budget ones to begin with, but I do spend quite a bit of time in here and it's not that comfy. Knee pads are a great investment. Down we go. Welcome to the engine room of the Oriental Lady. Before we ever go out to sea, I always do a few basic rudimentary checks to make sure that everything is as it needs to be. So in an upcoming video, you'll find out why there's all these little lines everywhere. Let's dive in. First thing we're checking is transmission fluid. So making sure that we've got enough in there. Yep. Still sitting at the full mark. Yeah, 100%. That one's at the full mark as well. Now the main engine oil, these dipsticks and this confined space is really not the easiest to manage, and we are on the full mark, which is perfect. And it's just under, but only just, so I'll just make a mental note to put some more oil in when we get back to port. Checking on the Raycor filters now. So just a little visual inspection of the fuel filtration, make sure that's all okay. The seals, the wet seals for the propeller shaft, making sure that's all okay. And now it's just coolant. I've turned on the seacocks already. That's quite a mission. One day it would be awesome to have a boat that can stand up in the engine room. But the layout of this boat is fantastic, so we get this nice salon area simply because we can't stand up in the engine room. Fluid and coolant is all checked. Belts are looking good, so checking on how they all look, make sure that they're all tight, which is good. And then the generator is just a quick little check to make sure that this engine has everything it needs in terms of oil and coolant. So I just recently rebuilt, reconditioned the coolant system. So that's, yeah, and the oil was changed just recently as well, so that's all still good. But regardless of how confident I am that everything will be good, it's still, just going from the top, it's still one of those things that if you don't check it, the time that you don't check it is the time that you need to check it the most, and then problems arise. So the last time I had an issue with this whole system, I only found it because of one of these routine maintenance checks. So everything's looking right as rain in there. Like really difficult. Yep, coolant's all good. And that big crash is the water tank. So that is some pressure changes in the freshwater system as the tanks fill. Cool, so we are good to go at this point. And everything is turned on and looking ship shape. Off we go. Time to fire up the engines. Take some lines in. We've filled the water, we've done our engine room checks. Now it's time to get out our communications equipment and fire up the engines. Down here is a great little storage place that keeps all of our really important things when we're underway. So we've got our headsets, binoculars, rangefinder if we need it, and things like spare binoculars, more spare binoculars, throw rope, that's a great thing to have, and then we've got like grab and go kits as well, just down here, flares and all the rest of it. So let's get this stuff sorted first. Now there is a video up here linked which is a review on these AirTech headsets because we love them so much. And one of the features that we discuss in the review is the importance of storing them without the batteries in. Because we are going to the fuel dock, we definitely need to have these all operational. Right, He's ready for V8 grunt. And there we have it. There is nothing better than the rumbling sound of these bad boys just getting ready to go. Adventure awaits. Cringe, Dad. And take out our little mouse filters. So this is an air intake that goes into the engine room, and this stops the little wee mice from getting in there. Alright, hose can go away. This is ventilation for the engine room. If you go back through our video catalogue or look up here, you'll see just the lengths I've gone to fight a war on mice. Tried all sorts of different things to keep the mice off the boat, and part of it is because of the birds and the bird seed that we have. But I think the little steel wool stuffing of the vents has been the thing that's actually kept them off this winter. Whoever would have thought? Just in time, yep. And there's another one to come. Disconnecting shore power. Gosh, there's people kayaking underneath the bridge down there. Maya's back with a coffee. So lines come off. And because we're going to somewhere that we haven't been for a very long time, I think this time we'll take this line with us. Just in case we've got to stern tie. And because we're going to the fuel dock, we're going to need to get out our spare docking lines. They usually do have lines at the fuel dock, but you never know where we'll end up being positioned, so we'll just have our own lines ready just in case. The trip starts off bathed in glorious blue sky sunshine without a cloud in the sky. We had very high hopes for a spectacular evening and hopefully some amazing photos. As I said earlier, I've always been absolutely fascinated by the science behind the auroras. The southern lights are normally only visible from the very bottom of the South Island of New Zealand, but with all of the recent auroral activity creeping ever closer to the equator, there have been several instances over the last couple of years where they have been visible over most of the country. That is, if you have got a good camera. Most of the time it is not really visible to the naked eye, but cameras seem to do a really good job of picking them up. This trip was full of promise as we had multiple cameras and clear skies when we departed. But first things first, a top up of fuel. Not the most fun job, but this is all part of running a big boat. We have large fuel tanks, 4 200-gallon tanks in fact, which is about 3,000 litres of diesel. Overall, the boat is pretty economical with a fuel burn of about 7 gallons per engine per hour at 2000 revs, which is 25 litres per engine. So combined, if you do the maths, it's 14 gallons or 50 litres per hour. We normally cruise at 1800 revs, which is about 8 or 9 knots, so we use slightly less, but it's all relative. If we really need to, we can bump it up to 14 or 15 knots, but that is going to swallow at least double the fuel. With only a bow thruster and no stern thruster, getting off the dock often requires a bit of sideways push to get the stern out, so Hayley has become pretty good with the heavy boat hook. Fueling up before a trip is not our usual process, however we tend to only go there when it is dead calm and at slack tide. The Havelock Marina is home to a large fleet of commercial muscle boats as well, so there are quite often other boats fueling up, and manoeuvring our large boat in tight spaces is a stress nobody needs in their day if we can avoid it. In the wind, it is magnitudes more stressful, so we have learnt to only get fuel when it is easy. Once clear of the fuel dock, we are ready to leave the marina and start putting some of this fresh fuel to good use. For this trip, our destination was Ferry Bay, about 2 hours cruise north up the Marlborough Sound. Unfortunately, by the time we got there, the high clouds had started to set in. We picked Ferry Bay as it faced due south and would give us long views down the Sounds to hopefully see the Auroras over the mountains. As night fell, it started to look like we were going to be in for a show. However, the only footage we managed to get was from the beach on the GoPro time-lapse, so there is just a hint of it to the southwest. From the boat, the angle was slightly different and the mountains blocked our view. Now we know for next time. The following morning, we ended up having fireworks of our very own, but inside the engine room. Here's a quick preview of next week's video.
Okay, what's happening, Dad?
We've got a fire down here.
Look at the smoke coming out.
I need
That's all
a
smoke.
torch.
Do we want a extinguisher?
Well, I've got one down there.
There's one down there. Oh.
Is it just smoking or is it actual fire?
Where are the boys?
It's actually,
Is it an actual fire?
yeah, I think so.
Should we get the boys off the boat?
Not yet.
Boys,
Mum, you can get the boys off the boat.
boys, come here now. Get out the back on the
Don't take
tender,
them off
please.
the boat, just get them in the tender. Where's the fire?
Is it, Dad?
Get in the tender. Matthew, you're not warm.
Is it a fire?
I'm not sure what's happening.
What are we going to do?
We need to get off the boat. I don't want to go in there
Take off the
because
boat?
it's really.
Okay, off the boat, everyone.
Abandoned ship.
I need the dog. Fire. Dog. Shadow, you coming too, girl? Come on.
Thank you very much for watching and sharing in a little glimpse into our life. We really appreciate being able to share these videos with our friends and family and the wider community online that we are now meeting. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, as all of this really helps our channel grow. We also have a Patreon account now too, if you would like to engage with us more and get access to a deeper layer of content, as well as some of the art we have been creating along the way. See you in the next video, and we hope you find a way to be a little bit naughty each and every day. Take care.